Video numero dos. My first 10 days without League. My new journey. All right, let's see it.
Attention gamers. Previously on my break from playing one trash game to playing another trash game, I made a dwarf hunter without eyelids and applied to join Sodapoppin's guild, consisting of some of the internet's biggest streamers, some of the most famous pairs of paywall tits, and some other incompetent bumbling muppets.
You actually killed me, you
My new friends were initially hesitant to watch my journey.
Join Soda Czar's OnlyFans guild. Here's the first episode and documenting the journey.
Oh god, Rav made a video.
Attention gamers.
Are we watching this?
But they all left episode 1 a satisfied customer.
True.
Bro, this is such good editing and such a good script, man.
I spawned into Coldridge Butthole, defended the local dwarfs against the ugly evolved Harambe's trying to bang their wives, and completed arguably the hardest challenge in hardcore WoW, making it to level 10 on a hunter. I enslaved a black pig named him Howie, and together we were ready to continue our journey. As the only Fangs Guild member to still not have received his invite to the f***ing guild Discord server.
I did invite it,
Me
Rav,
and Howie
didn't I?
were
Is
now
Rav
ready
in?
to tear this Narnia wasteland a
Right?
new asshole when I realized I was missing something.
Wait a minute.
Turns out these entitled swine can actually—
Is he still not in the guild? Or the Discord? I don't see him under Hunter. He is? Okay. Why isn't he under... Maybe because he's like offline? Hold on. No? He's there. I see him. All right.
run away. This just pissed me off, and I knew things would have to change. No more cute nicknames for my kids, no more soft parenting. As someone who grew up in the 90s and is now playing an old dated version of World of Warcraft in his 30s, I'd say I turned out fine, so nothing but tough love for my pig son moving forward. I made him kill his family as punishment for my first son leaving, but I soon found out I have to keep these stupid animals happy by feeding them, and apparently the only way to do that is to go
he
into
didn't
this
know to
Lord of
feed
the
your
Rings
pet.
looking man-made mountain asshole to visit Bella, a California 2 out of 10 at best, to teach you how to put food in your little fuck's mouth.
You will now be able to feed your pet.
She also taught him how to growl, which meant that no beast would ever attack me again.
Bruh.
Turns out, similar to me having abilities, these swine flu spreaders can learn some too, except the process to get them is the most convoluted bullshit ever. You have to pay to put your own child in daycare, then you have to do research on what wild animals can teach you skills, as if this is some religious Avatar The Last Airbender bullshit lore.
Oh, fuck.
So I finally find a bear and start to tame him so that I can learn.
Oh, no.
Then I have to find a whole different species to tame so that I can teach my own remedial child how to bite, and apparently the only type of wolves that know this are the starving kind who have watched way too much Mean Girls movies growing up that they only patrol in groups.
You know what? He did his research, though. He figured it out.
200 IQ strategies to
As
divide
old-
and conquer the group straight
as-
Napoleon style.
As old and janky as, like, the pet training is in Classic and updating your pet's bite, he went out and he fucking figured it out. Good job, man.
Kill off Regina George and then ultimately tame the orphan basic bitch, all so that it could teach me bite and I could train Howard. Except for the fact that he didn't want to learn bite and he was too stupid to learn claw. I had to build something called loyalty level before he would use his fucking mouth, so I made him genocide his entire family. Every time he would be hungry, I would feed him the meat of his dead relatives until finally, the walking piece of bacon learned how to bite. So in 45 minutes of making zero progress on my own journey, I taught an entitled pig how to bite. Great game design, Blizzard. Now if you
So
paid
bad.
attention in history class, you know about the famous shot heard round the world, but if you didn't, it sounded like this. And this. And this. And I was sick of my ears bleeding after only 11 levels of this, so I made a deal with a pig-tailed midget to send me to the land of the big sexy elves, where this tall drink of milk taught me how to use bows so the classic WoW ASMR could commence.
Sweet and sour sauce on my pussy.
She also told me a chode with a seemingly made-up name in the Forge of Irons can teach me how to hold the big axes, so I made a quick stop at Bullywhiff's place on the way home. Supposedly there's a sophisticated subway system in this game that is safe as long as you don't make eye contact with the homeless hoodlums down there, and the ride is full of dank scenery. This took me to Goldshire, the town known for being the biggest hangout place for players, for its appearance in a South Park episode, and for housing the most cringeworthy role-playing scenarios. But as I was just taking Howard for his morning walk, because I now know that little shitter will run away if I don't give him a good life, I stumble across a wanted poster.
Oh, Hogger.
I barely know her. Hogger is basically the final boss for most 9-year-olds WoW experience. There's only 55 creatures who have more kills to their name, and while I wanted to ask for help, I know some guy with perfect hair on the internet would say something stupid about glory if I did so. There was only one thing to do.
Not wrong. He did it.
Oh shit, not good.
Damn! Oh shit, Howard. Does he have Men Pet? He does. But he doesn't even need it.
I officially beat World of Warcraft.
Turn that shit in.
But turns out Hogger has jack shit on the concept of caves when it comes to casualties in this game. The problem here is you can just walk and dip your toes in the murder scene for a bit, and then you turn back around and guess who's back?
Here's Johnny.
Many great men before me have failed here, but the guy in town needed those boxes of Hillary Clinton's emails, and I'm not a pussy.
Nice!
Side note, if you run into me in the world and don't pet Howard, you are essentially dead to me. Anyways, after a bit of casual everyday small talk with the normies, I was on my way. But here's the thing, I was here, which is here, and I needed to get here. This meant the next hour of my life would consist of running through tunnels and crossing very dangerous zones.
Oh my god,
At
wait,
one
he does
point,
this?
Howard fucked around and most definitely found out. Hashtag perfect parenting moment. This brought me to the wetlands, which is not only the perfect way to describe a room of women when this chode ungroomed budget Ed Sheeran walks through the door, but it's also a deadly place for anyone my age to walk through. Thankfully, hunters are easy mode, so I had the thing that tells me when I'm about to drive by a cop. Plus I was nuts to butts with this big piece of eye candy the whole time, so I made it with ease.
Nice
All
job.
that was left to do was board the Mayweather, put on my Christopher Columbus cosplay, and I would arrive in the wrong fucking city. After a totally not frustrated Google search, I found the right boat.
And he missed it!
And with it we were at the shores of darkness. Now I guess word got out that a voiceless, faceless League of Legends YouTuber would be making a documentary on this guild's journey, and now all these big shots started joining. They could have made a movie about this man's death in hardcore and it would have sold more copies than Barbie. Then we had Ozzy, a man who knows both the feeling of reaching max level and also dying at max level because he can't keep his damaged dick in his pants. Turns out the seasoned fame boys of HC WoW have something known as streamer bennies, while they tag mobs and then have multiple max level characters kill them at just the right point to give them full experience, resulting in a highly calculated, super optimized, efficient way to level up. All while I just spent the last 6 minutes wondering who the fuck is dying to a school of fish. But yeah, some of these streamer Benny strats looked insane. I saw one dude and his friend going full-blown Hitler on some
What's his
harpies,
Edo?
and this hidden tech got him to level 18 in just over 4 hours. I felt like I was going pretty fast as a level 14, so I had to compare.
Bruh.
I couldn't pinpoint exactly what was holding me up in terms of leveling speed, but the good news was that I was in Darkshore. This place breeds easy quests like Los Angeles breeds porn stars who failed at being actors. You just tickle a few beached whales, tell this bridge chump that his dead wife doesn't want to see him anymore.
I won't lie. It does. I fucking hate that mob tagging exists. I wish there was something you could just remove it, because it does make you feel shit when you don't do it. If it makes you feel any better, at least Rav, if you're listening, you're not the lowest level in the guild because you haven't died yet. So your pace is completely fine. There's no rush at all.
And it is just an XP orgasm while you are here. At one point I ran into Ampy doing his streamer Benny strat, and as
Oh
a guildie
shit!
I
He's literally here. Oh no.
figured I would go introduce myself.
Oh god!
He flat out ignored me, so I threw heat his way and later had a chat with Howard where I said, don't you ever let your future fame make you think your own speedrunning goals are more important than laughing at a random guildie's awful joke. That said, I was jealous of his leveling speed, so I figured I would try out his strat. Except the guy who I have killing my mobs didn't know he was part of my strat. That didn't last long, but I felt bad, and after the little garden gnome told me he had been stuck on this quest for 15 minutes, I invited him, only for him to drag the entire fucking cave down to me while saying, I have problems. This little green-haired ninny Muggins was bad news. He kept trying to dry hump rocks as a bug to get out of the cave faster, and all I wanted to do was be done with him and put anything that happened between us in the past. But Howard and I had business to attend to on the other side of Azeroth. I entered Westfall with one objective. To find a Defias Trapper. This is known as the most deadly mob in all of hardcore WoW. Outside of falling or drowning, no other thing has taken
Pillager.
more lives and wasted more virgins' time
Wait,
than
really?
a Defias Trapper, and there was
The
only
trappers
one
have
thing
killed
to do.
more than pillagers? Oh shit. What's he doing? Oh, the net, yeah. What are you... Oh shit, he's doing it. Damn! Oh, he's netted. He's going nowhere now. Okay, it's actually not that epic when you take away the music. Good job.
I kneeled as victor in front of my defeated opponent, knowing what this momentous event would mean. You are now looking at the most deadly creature in all of Azeroth.
Okay. Damn.
$100,000.